Hello, we were muted for a second. There was technical difficulties on my end, but we are here now with UKN versus Spectrum. I am here with Wiley. That's how you say your name, right?
That is correct.
Okay,
That's me.
perfect. Predictions. I can do those maybe.
Ridiculous. That's, I think, my least favorite way to say that.
That's silly. I have sound on, right?
Yes. I can check.
Okay, I do. It popped up at least. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds on. We good.
Did that work? Oh, it did. Get quaked on? Have you heard that before? That
Get
you sound
quaked
like
on?
get quaked on?
I have heard of, isn't that a Ball one-trick player?
I have no idea.
Or a Doom one-trick player? I don't know, one of those weird tank one-tricks.
You sports.
Doom one-trick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's me, your boy, Get Quaked On.
Well, they're not ready yet, so we're gonna have this intermission where we promote the HelloFresh, click the link, use commands, yippee.
What's the HelloFresh code?
I'm pretty sure you do exclamation mark HelloFresh.
Heck yeah.
Yippee! I don't know it on the top of my head. It's a little bit long. It's Pog something.
Hog HF 141075.
Exactly, that one. I only remember Pog. Okay. I hope I changed. Oh, I did change them. Yippee. We're on Samoa. I'm talking a lot today. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'd love to hear your voice.
Thank you.
So, I mean, not much to separate these teams, just going off of their record. Spectrum had a 3-0 loss to Skull and a 3-0 win against Shiva. UKN GRYPHON, a 3-1 loss against Saving Private Tommy, who I think is one of the strongest teams in this division. And then a 3-0 loss and a 3-0 win. So it's all to play for here. This division is really, really wide open. So time for either of these teams to make their mark and try to climb up the ranks of Tier 3.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
Yeah, blue is the team. The team. What team is it called? UKN.
So Griffin running with this Junker Queen comp, with Kiriko and Lucio playing a little bit of kind of a rush style with dive DPS. And then Spectrum, very dive poke heavy. Looking like UKN trying to take the aggressive positioning there, but it doesn't pay off as Mimi gets taken down. Strata low, but they finish off Mamba in the meantime. Scrappy first fight. Arya also goes down. And then UKN takes the point first, but this fight is still not over. Zobrin getting a big pick on Asa. Or Asa. Pronunciation check. This fight's still going on. UKN Griffin just trying to stall out. But it looks like Spectrum now getting more presence, and as I say that, Arya goes down to Strata. Very scrappy fight still. And now Momo trying to get greedy in the back line. Comes out with their life. This point continuing to stall for UKN Griffin, and now finally Spectrum will have to retreat. But 35% already in the bank for UKN Griffin, not having to invest anything, just off the back of winning that point first. It looks like Spectrum is going to be first to start building ults here. Already a Pulse Bomb online, Diva Bomb coming up, and Kitsune Rush coming up. And they're starting to get aggressive, going in on Strata, gets the kill. Pulse Bomb misses, but Spectrum still in good position until Shin goes down. Arya in trouble. Do they manage to get away? Or sorry, Momo in trouble. Momo doesn't manage to get away. Zoran's going to be the next to fall.
Ooh, they
Oh,
lost their ult. That's so unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Trying to hold on to the point. They managed to keep 76% of it. That first engage by Spectrum onto Strata was just really, really fast. No opportunity for them to escape. And from there, it's just kind of a matter of snowballing. Although they did, it did take them quite a while to win that point back. So Griffin sets himself up pretty well. They only really have to win one more fight to take possession of this point. Coming at from a different approach, trying to take short angles here. Strata now onto the cast instead of the Echo. A lot invested there to try to keep Strata alive, but doesn't manage to live through it. Asa gets one back on Shin. Tiramisu very, very low, has to bomb to remech. Meanwhile, Arya goes down. And Griffin there don't invest very much other than a Pulse Bomb, but manage to win this fight very decisively. And a little stagger onto Tiramisu, the sad life of a Diva player. Now we're already ticking up to 90%. It's going to be a tough ask for Spectrum to even get on the point, let alone get on with any strength. Looks like Shin is going to try around the flank. Tiramisu also there. Shin does manage to touch, but loses his life for it. Two overlapping Kitsune rushes on the point. Arya goes down, Zoran goes down. No more supports for Spectrum. And Tiramisu is all that's left. Can they keep stalling it out? Yes, for a little while, but not for very much longer. Another touch from Shin. Shin with a visor that gets cut down immediately. Arya, can they get another touch? No, they get booped away. And that will be point 1 over to UKN Griffin.
Score 1.
And to me, they just had the more aggressive, dynamic engages, getting Just Fishy into great positions to do a heck of a lot of damage, and really getting in on those supports of Spectrum.
Like Spectrum is switching up their comp a little bit.
Round 2.
Yeah, this is interesting. Moving over to the Ramatra, something a little bit more kind of standard fight versus a Diva. This will let them go toe-to-toe with Just Fishy on the Queen a little bit more. Most of Spectrum over on that right-hand side. Oh, Strata gets themselves very deep. Mamba takes advantage and takes them out. Now Shin and Mamba trying to take down Just Fishy, but Shin will get traded out. Now Tiramisu using their arms. Going in on Momo. Fishy manages to get the kill on Arya before Momo goes down, and Zoran is actually the next to fall. So now Spectrum, no supports. And although Spectrum got that first kill, they lose the second kill and don't manage to capture the point. Will Mamba get out with their life? No! Gets stuck and gets taken down late. Now a really quick engage over on the right-hand side, but Shin trying to flank, gets caught out again. And Spectrum are just going to have to back up from this. Do they lose anyone else on the way out? Yeah, looks like none of them are able to get out. Tiramisu still surviving, but not for very long. Shin is really having problems over on the left-hand side trying to flank. Strata has caught them out a couple of times. Asa hiding here, looking for a pulse bomb. Manages to catch Arya, but Arya TP's away. Suzu used, pulse bomb used. Asa does get away. Mamba now giving chase. Mamba kills Asa on the flank, and now Spectrum can move on in with a man advantage. Pulse bomb goes wanting. Shin gets killed in the back line. And now Tiramisu just trying to take control of this fight with arms. Nemesis form, but again, it's Spectrum losing out. Copy used by Strata, but they don't manage to find Arya on the way out. Oh, and just as I say that, they do manage to get that stagger.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. If they get
Sorry,
Shin
Arya.
here, then
We're approaching now 95%. Tiramisu angling for a touch, and actually Arya Zoran gets it first. 2 quick kills on the part of Spectrum. This could be their fight, but they need to stay on this point. Mamba low, gets taken down. Now Zoran is the only one on point. There's a battle of the Junker Queens going on in the background. And now Zoran and Tiramisu both on the point, but Tiramisu gets focused down, taken down, and it's all that Zoran can do just to stall some more. And that is a decisive 2-0 for UKN Griffin on Samoa.
Play of the game.
but Mamba did take that play of the game, so we gotta give him credit where for that.
Mamba managing to put a bunch of damage in and then taking advantage when the Kiriko TP's in and gets the ult cancel on the Junker Queen. So that's your play of the round, but small consolation for Spectrum, who lost those 2 rounds in quick succession.
I'll put Shin on camera next time for the player camera recommendation with the points. I did not see that if you sent that during that game. I'm sorry.
And so next map is going to be Hollywood. Maybe we see Spectrum stay on some of that kind of diva-based composition. A little bit more mobility might work in their favor on Hollywood, whereas the brawl rush style that UKN Griffin was playing might not work as well in Hollywood with all of its elevation changes and high ground control. So still early. We haven't seen what both teams can offer in terms of the depth of their compositions and who they have on the bench. And once again, Annihilation Overwatch is sponsored by HelloFresh. Use code POGHF10 something 75. It'll pop up
Wait, you
again on the stream.
memorized that?
No, I just saw it on the stream and was trying to read it off. You'll see it on the stream in a little bit.
Is it too small?
No, it's not too small. It just I just didn't read it fast enough.
Okay.
My illiterate ass couldn't keep up.
You can also do exclamation mark commands if you want to know more of our commands. I'm pretty sure there's a few, like exclamation mark Discord, exclamation mark HelloFresh. So if you want to try that, you can do exclamation mark commands. Thank you for the, what's it called? Demonstration. There you go.
Yep, just testing.
Channel points. I forgot. I'll do that in a second.
Ooh, very sad. 0% of our voters thought that UKN would win that first map. Y'all gotta have more faith. We're going for a 5-map banger here. I don't want no 100% predictions. No sure things in this league.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, oh, well, that's gonna be delayed, but yeah, I started a poll. Everyone vote for who you think is gonna win this next one. I hope I wrote, yeah, I did rave map too.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Okay.
Initiating match.
What do you think we're gonna see here?
I think we're likely to see some more Diva out of Tiramisu, or you know, they were running Wrecking Ball, I think, just for the stall at the end. We could see some Wrecking Ball or Winston. This map also lends itself to something pokey like a Sigma. Right now, Spectrum kind of leaning more towards a pokey kind of composition with Sigma, Ash, Sojourn, Ilyari, and Bap. Whereas on the other side, very dive focused, just fishy on the Winston, Asa on Tracer, Strata, Ash, Mimi with Anna, and Momo on Brigitte. So 2 very different compositions. It's going to be interesting to see how Gryphon use this dive composition on defense. And they do have Strata there, able to put some pressure down from long range. But otherwise, it's going to be Fishy and Asa going for a collapse.
Let's make a scene. They want to fight, huh? Let's give it to 'em.
So just going for an early engagement. Mamba does take out Strata. No res available for either side, so that is a permanent player advantage until Strata's able to respawn. They managed to pressure out Fishy as well. And once they take this high ground, they'll have tons of space for Mamba and Eris to do work. Fishy poising for a dive. Gets in on the core of Griffin, but gets rocked out. Now really desperately needs some heals and gets them. Manages to live. Big purple. Fishy comes in. Can't take advantage of the anti-nade, but does put down some damage on Tiramisu. Trying to stop them from getting big poke onto the rest of UKN Griffin. And now this is a good dive from Fishy. Lots of damage on the core. Tiramisu doing a great job to just keep Fishy occupied, but Asa coming from behind finds Eris. And now we're back to even strength. Tiramisu antied. Does get lamped. Lives for now, but Fishy's still up in their face. Fishy gonna keep walking forward and does pressure them off that high ground. Arya dying, and this should be a reset for Spectrum. Now, Spectrum did manage to get a lot of good pressure in there, staying in the fight for a while, but with this pokey composition, they're not able to exert a ton of pressure. Asa going for a pulse bomb, only finds the lamp, but now a nanoed Fishy in your backline. Fishy also has primal to clean this up. Mamba in trouble. And Fishy jumps out, their work is done. And that fight is definitely over. Now here's Spectrum trying to stay in this fight, although they're 2 down. And Asa, you can see them lurking. Putting some pressure down on the flank onto those supports. Tiramisu gets antied again. Mamba finds Asa. Taking a little time to stabilize. And now they're onto the point. Fishy gets fluxed. Gets taken down. Losing your BAP though, that's really going to hurt. They're going to have to survive with just a Ciari who's very low. Finding some cover in the stairs, now using a Sunstrike. Finds Mimi and finds Momo off the back of it, and that will be point number 1 going Spectrum's way, unless Griffin do something really spectacular. No, they're just going to give it up. So, Spectrum do eventually end up taking that point. They find a way to translate their damage pressure into point pressure. And now let's see what they can do on this second point. Again, Fishy just able to get up in Tiramisu's face, put a lot of pressure on them. This Winston Sigma matchup is really interesting to watch. But it'll be really dangerous if Fishy can get onto Arya, can get onto Eris, some of those more diveable members of Spectrum. Tiramisu able to take advantage of that pylon, stay up on the high ground. Mamba taking duels in main, manages to kill Asa. Now Eris with the overclock. Gets knocked down. Trying to use the ladder to the elevator to get back up. Not sure why that's not working.
That is so silly.
RIP, tech issues. Call tech support. Elevator's out of service. That's an ADA violation.
Payload stalled. Get on it. Area denial.
Fishy again able to get right up in the core of Spectrum. Zoran in trouble. Fishy loses their life, but they trade out Zoran. Eris managing to go up the elevator again. Now you got a Nano Rally Brig in the backline, and Momo doing work here. Tiramisu gets slept, gets shield bashed. Main tank experience in 2024.
I could do this all day.
Elevator worked for our break though. That's unlucky.
Preferential treatment, discrimination.
Ah, they're cheating.
And the geography of this point really seeming to favor the dive composition of UKN Griffin. Fishy getting a huge amount of damage just from dropping there. And that's about all that Griffin need to win this fight.
Blew him out of the water.
60 seconds remaining.
This could be the fight where Spectrum turns it around. They had 4 ultimates. They're going to switch it up, though. Tiramisu going over to D.Va, so they still have 3 ultimates. But so far, they haven't been able to put a lot of pressure on that high ground. Asa lying in wait for the Baptiste. Just dueling Bap, making sure that they can't get any point pressure. Now Arya comes in with that Sunstruck. Strata's the only one that gets caught, and I think they're going to live. But meanwhile, Mimi goes down. Asa goes down. And this is the fight where Spectrum are going to assert themselves. They're going to get some point movement. Ooh, Fishy. Just hanging out.
10 seconds remaining.
Early window from Zoran, trying to pressure out that window. It does catch Mimi and Momo on their own. Fishy going into touch. Do they have Primal? Yes, they do. So they're going to be able to live through this. They're booping Spectrum away from this point. Now it's just Arya on the point, antied alone. Tiramisu trying to help out, but does not manage to save them. Do manage to trade out for Momo. High noon from Eris. Doesn't find anyone, but does zone them off. Gives enough space for Spectrum to get back on the point. But now you got an Ashe on high ground and a Winston in your face, and that's about it for Spectrum's push.
Complete.
I'll take a redo.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So Griffin showing a bit of versatility there compared to what we saw from them in map 1 on Samoa. Really taking advantage of that dive comp and their mobility to take control of high ground and keep it. Whereas for Spectrum, just having trouble when that elevator wasn't working, they weren't moving anywhere.
Ready for battle.
Studios people aren't as patient as I am.
So now for Spectrum, they're going to keep that D.Va for Tiramisu, switching over to a Kiriko for Zoran, make them a little bit more safe from the Winston dive. Arya still on Iari.
5.
I think that might be a mistake given what Griffin have shown they want to run here.
1.
But the pylon was providing decent value when they could take and hold space. And in the interest of a close match, I'm hoping Arya makes me eat my words.
Neutralizing projectile. Initiating defense matrix.
So now Asa getting set up from behind, Fishy staging, looking like they want to jump up on top of this high ground. And they do so. They take out the pylon first. Strata in close behind them, chasing down Arya and manages to get the kill. Asa does get caught out on the flank. But Griffin do manage to take some space here. Staging for another dive onto Mamba, onto Eris. Fishy might have overstepped here. Really needing to get healed up by Mimi. Mimi up to the task. Now getting pressured at themselves. Has to wait. They're burning now, and Mimi barely saves themselves, but doesn't save Zoran, who goes down. Or sorry, doesn't save Momo, who goes down. Very scrappy fight. Unclear who has the advantage at this moment. But just as I say that, Griffin get a big ante from Mimi, big jump from its Fishy. And now with reinforcements coming in, it looks like it's going to be Griffin taking this point. Tiramisu gets the bomb and manages to kill just Fishy, who dove in trying to kill them before the remech. That could be exactly what Spectrum needed.
Duplicating Cassidy.
So 1 tick taken for Griffin, but this fight is far from over, as now the reinforcements of Spectrum are coming in. They are looking hale and healthy.
Ultimate is charged.
And so it's just going to be a reset here. 2 minutes left. 1 tick on the board. Griffin showing that they can make progress here, but Fishy is in such danger to the long-range poke of Eris and Mamba.
Smoke 'em out of there.
Now Momo barely getting out with their life with the help of Mimi. And UKN Griffin will set up for another push. Now just under 2 minutes. Griffin coming up on 4 ultimates. On the other side, you got a Bob that can hold... Oh my goodness, what a flick from Arya. Takes out Asa. They're still going to go for it. Nano onto Fishy. Finds Eris while they were in high noon. Bob on the point. Putting lots of pressure with a Kitsune Rush as well to help them out. Fishy looking healthy for now with the Primal, but now goes down. Momo comes out of that rally, but Asa finds Mamba. Momo and Mimi, if they can survive, they stand a good chance at this. Zoran in trouble. Mimi goes in for the kill, trades out with Zoran. Arya comes in, big sun, onto Strata, onto Momo. What a play from Arya. Tiramisu again with a bomb. Just finds the bubble, but Mamba is there and it pressures out Asa, finds Fishy as well. And Spectrum are gonna hold this point. Still only 1 tick on the board, only 30 seconds left, and that was everything the Griffin had in the tank. They now only have the Echo ultimate. But on the other side, Spectrum not looking like they have much of an economy to speak of either. So this is gonna be one fight. And Fishy switching over to the Ramatra. Just finding that the Winston isn't giving them enough sustain here. Strata forced it to echo the Diva. Arya gets dove on by Diva and Ram. And now big advantage for Griffin, but can they convert it? Almost up to 2 ticks now, and Tiramisu finds Momo. Really big pick. That copied Diva bomb finds Eris, and now it's starting to fall apart for Spectrum. And it was close, but at the last moment, UKN Griffin will convert this into a point cap.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Critically there, they just had the ultimates to bring them over the line. And here, they're able to take that high ground position from Spectrum, who don't get up there fast enough. So now they're getting point progress, and Spectrum having to fight for this high ground. Arya being a bit selfish, taking the elevator all to herself. You can see Spectrum having difficulty pushing up onto the high ground. Now Tiramisu and Fishy having a duel of the fates on the bridge, and Mamba finds Asa, winning out that Tracer duel. And with the Kitsune Rush, that will end this fight in quick succession. Holy, Mamba is getting stuff done. Starts off that fight with by winning the duel over Asa, and then comes back to the team to finish off the fight with a quick triple. Now Griffin trying this a little bit differently, just trying to move the point here with Fishy and Momo.
60 seconds remaining.
They're getting good progress, but they do allow Spectrum to surround them here, and Mamba takes advantage. Oh, great Suzu. Saves Arya and others from that pulse bomb. Now a Kitsune Rush on point. Spectrum still with a player advantage. Now traded out. Mimi finds Mamba in that Kitsune. Fishy walking onto Arya and gets their ult. This is going to be big. A beat to keep them sustained here too. And now it's just Zoran on the point. They're in final fight. And Griffin, although it took them some time, they did it strategically. They had a plan, and they executed it for the map win.
Play of the game.
Mamba, once again, play the game. And this fight, they really came into their own, got a lot of value here. Finding Momo as they try to retreat, and finding Mimi as well. Holy. The tracking! Alright, how did the predickies go?
Like everyone mostly voted. Well, there wasn't that many votes, so. And womp womp. I don't know if I have sound alerts on.
Womp womp. Ooh, 38% of people get some channel points. Heck yeah.
It's better than last time.
Better than last time. Now, can we convert any of those Spectrum diehard fans? Can we convert any of those people who think that UKN GRYPHON is going to walk away with this? Making some changes now. Eris moving to support. It looks like Zoran out for Duck, who's now on DPS for Spectrum.
I wonder where my sound alerts went. I must have deleted them. They were yelling at me when I was streaming on my own account. People are predicting UKN this time.
Good, they're playing into it.
Yeah.
Spectrum about to drop the weights, untie their left hand.
Yeah, they got this.
Okay, going into Runasapi.
Initiating match.
So, how do you feel about this map? Do you think that you like it, or I personally don't like it in competitive? So,
It's tough. It's really easy to get split and distracted. Um, tons of lanes to disengage or re-engage, and so fights can drag on for quite a long time. And you got to be focused about staying on the bot.
yeah.
Our match against Insidious earlier this week.
Ready for
I think this map is one that really did not go our way because Insidious just had a better game plan in terms of bot management. So we'll see. I mean, on the flip side, because it's a new map, it's a bit up in the air. Maybe this is one that, although Spectrum haven't had the run of play in the series so far, maybe they can kind of pull one over on their opponents, UKN Griffin, who might not know what to expect here.
Yeah, definitely. I know as support it's hard to play this map, so there's so many places to flank.
Incredibly difficult to play on as support. Feels like you're always getting flanked, always getting jumped on. So can the supports stay in the fight and get value without taking themselves out of the fight by getting killed? And now Tiramisu is the first one to die. Mamba already used recall, also in trouble. But now Spectrum in full retreat after losing Tiramisu. But so far they managed to keep everyone else alive, and so they'll have quite an orderly retreat and a re-engage in quick order.
Let's find out.
I think this duel between Mamba and Asa is going to be really interesting here, and could well determine the outcome of the map. Duck in trouble, gets taken down by Asa. Mimi and Fishy, though, traded out on the other side. And so a 4-on-3 advantage for Spectrum. But it gets evened up. Now Mamba and Asa still dueling in the back.
Who's on fire?
Mamba gets the better of that one and will regroup with their team. But Spectrum are going to have to be careful here. They don't have a huge amount of strength on the bot. And as the reinforcements come back, UKN Griffin just trying to put pressure on Tiramisu. Fishy gets pulsed, and that'll be the trigger for the re-engage. Kitsune Rush as well from Arya. Tiramisu manages to find Strata, finds Momo, and Duck gets the kill on Fishy. And Spectrum is coming back with a vengeance.
Team kill.
Push started.
Your team
Let's
has
go.
taken the lead.
Great fight planning there. You can tell that it was their plan to just run onto Strata and kill them quickly. And with overwhelming firepower from the Kitsune Rush, Spectrum get it done and take the lead. Window Noon catches Eris out. And now the same thing will happen on the other side. Griffin walking hard on the bot. Tiramisu gets caught out on the bot. Duck finds Momo before getting taken out themselves along with Mamba. Arya down. And now this bot moving back past halfway.
Your team is close to taking the lead.
Although Spectrum there did get enough progress that if they go quickly, they might be able to stop this and maintain the lead. It's going to be a bit of a judgment call as to whether they should do that or kind of try to be patient. No, Tiramisu going in straight away. Baits out the beat. Now later beat on the other side from Eris. Spectrum taking presence around the bot, but just Fishy coming in with their ultimate. Get pulsed, but still feeling healthy. Great support from Mimi and Momo. And it is going to be UKN Griffin with the lead and earning the first point. Butt scratch mode. Engage.
Now you see me, now you don't.
A great engage from Spectrum, putting a lot of pressure onto Fishy, but Mamba overstays their welcome, go in just a little too far and gets taken out by Strata. Oh, Momo gets surprised on the other side, and now Tiramisu walking in, trying to find the other support, the Baptiste. And he will do it. This bot's gonna stop here.
We've got the robot. Let's move.
So UK and Griffin come out with the lead, but 86.23 meters. This is still within reach for Spectrum, but they do have a hill to climb. Duel on the right side between Mamba and Asa as Tiramisu walks in. Do they have enough support to get in there? They pull out the lamp and then back off. Duck finds Asa, turning around to help Mamba out with that duel. And now it's a 5-on-3 for Spectrum.
Hey, Queen.
Fishy, though, on the bot with Duck. Duck's going to get taken down. Fishy's going to have a chance to steal the bot.
My robot did they?
How quickly can Spectrum get back? They are going to manage to find Fishy, but this is burning valuable time for Spectrum.
Robot's ours.
I think they're going to be able to get Butt Scratch before UKN Griffin respawns, but
Brilliant.
are they going to have everyone for this fight? Because Duck is just spawning now.
Let them up. Step right up.
A window noon again. Are they going to fall for the same trick the second time? Eris gets booped out and taken down by Strata. What a play by Momo to boop Eris out into the high noon. Now Queen ult used. Queen gets taken down. Momo also traded out.
That was just a sound check.
This is a scrappy fight, but now just Mamba on the side of Mamba on the side of Spectrum. And is everyone on Spectrum gonna get spawned close? Yes, they are. So the bot's back past halfway, but Spectrum all get close spawns. And it looks like they're just gonna push onto the supports. Mamba pushing out Asa. And then everyone else on Spectrum fighting after the supports, but just Fishy pushes the bot and then cycles back. This map, so many little pathways to change your positioning. And Fishy takes advantage to come back to their team. So the bot, I mean, I guess in Spectrum's possession, but deep into their zone. Asa going low. Gets healed back up. And now Spectrum trying to get back into this, onto this point. Tiramisu in deep trouble. Duck with the high noon. There's enough damage to kill Strata, enough damage to kill Momo. Now this beat is wearing off though. Still scrappy, but now it's a 2v1. Eris and Mamba against Asa. And Spectrum will win it out. Eris finds the bot. Mamba is sticking close by. They do not want to get picked this this far into enemy territory. And they're going to try to get some bot progress. They're going to have to be careful here because they are very close to UKN Griffin spawn. And yep, they give bot possession back. Probably going to reset at the middle point so that they maintain that close spawn. Now, are they going to cut through here?
2 minutes remaining.
Or stop the bot at mid? They cut through. And the flank works. They find a quick kill on Asa. Tiramisu gets traded out. Great window from Mimi to put a bunch more pressure onto Spectrum as they tried to cut off that angle.
I'm really feeling the heat.
And so this is not looking good for Spectrum. Only a minute 30 left. UKN Griffin in possession of the bot and in possession of the lead. And so all they have to do is defend now for the rest of this minute and a half. And they will win this series. Spectrum digging deep into their
Forward spawn.
toolkit. Mamba and Duck actually swapping. So that Mamba is on the Cassidy and Duck on Tracer. Interesting move. Gonna give a little bit of a mix-up to Asa, who's now dueling Duck instead of dueling Mamba. Momo booping Mamba into the team. Great beat, but it isn't enough to save Mimi. So now teams are even. Tiramisu finds Strata. It's a 4-on-3 advantage for Spectrum. Desperately trying to go after Just Fishying. Finds them too. And who else can they get? Can they get Asa on the way out? Can they get Momo? A late kill on Asa here would be devastating. And yes, they do get that kill on Asa. So they're going to have a player advantage. But does Asa spawn before this bot crosses mid? Do they get that close spawn? Yes, thankfully for them, they do. So we're gonna have an even fight here. And Spectrum, with only 10 seconds left, they're gonna need to stay on the bot. That gives quite an advantage to UKN Griffin. Spectrum also with the ult advantage though. Coming up on 3 ultimates, finds Mimi. That's a really big pick. Duck traded out, but Strata on the other side traded out.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Kitsune rush to try to live through this this annihilation. But it's not enough. Ram up too strong in overtime. And the namesake of this tournament will win out the match for UKN Griffin.
Play of the game.
That's dope. And yeah, very well deserved this play of the game. Fishy saving his ultimate for just the right time. Winning at the map and the match, a 3-0 for UKN Griffin. Hyper, you were watching player POVs along with our lovely viewers.
Mhm.
Who is your vote for MVP and honorable mention?
So it's kind of hard to pick because I feel like a lot of people had a lot of different strengths in that fight. Like Asa and Mamba were obviously doing their thing on Tracer. They did switch up the Mamba after, but I also thought the supports were really strong. The tanks were really strong, and the other DPS was strong too. But it's kind of hard to pick between like those people. So do you have someone
Really
that
tough.
stood out?
I think my choice for honorable mention is clearer to me than my choice for MVP. To me, Mamba was the shining star on Spectrum. Really kept them in fights and won fights for them. Getting those early picks, we saw that in the play of the game on Hollywood, and really keeping Asa relatively ineffective as far as that Tracer duel went. So my choice for honorable mention would be Mamba.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Mamba was really good, and I really liked Arya's Ilari. That was very good. I know it wasn't the best pick eventually, but it was really good when she played it. So
Oh heck yeah! Made me eat my words. That Ilari pick was not bringing the team down.
yeah.
They definitely got a lot of value off of it.
But I do think Mamba was very powerful in there. Um, and then for, I guess we can pick Mamba. And then for MVP, I would say Strata was very good on the hit scan.
Yeah, 100%.
But the
really,
BAP also supported. Like, it's so hard.
yeah. I think I would like to give it to Mimi.
Okay.
There were a lot of times, especially on that Hollywood attack, where Fishy was in really deep, in really low health, and they had to sustain a lot of pressure themselves while still healing Fishy and keeping them in the fight. And I feel like their support there, and then those big window plays on Runa's Happy, made them stand out to me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. It was between Strata and Mimi for me. So, and they worked hand in hand. So.
Yeah, I agree. If we could give an honorable mention, I think it might go to Strata.
Yeah, but that's all I got for today. You have anything to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, wait!
You're fine.
Exclamation mark HelloFresh.
Oh. I didn't end yet, so you're fine.
That's all I had to say.
Oh, yeah. Use our code for HelloFresh, and I hope all you have a good night or day wherever you are. Thank you for joining me, Wiley, and that is all. I'll tell you, I already did MVP, so I'll tell you.